special for her with rose petals and candles and stuff like that.
What's up, YouTube?
Welcome back to another episode of masoutv. I'm Mason.
I'm Rasmi.
And this is my wife, Rasmi. If you're new here, make sure you smash that subscribe button and tap that post notification bell so you get notified when we post a video. Give this video a thumbs up. Let's try to get this video to 500 likes. 500.
Yeah.
Right?
For today's video, we're going to be talking about our first wedding night. So, yeah, this is not a clickbait. We're going to try our best to say it in a very, in a respectful manner.
Yeah.
Without saying too much, because this is, mind you, this is YouTube, and you can't be using certain words or saying certain kind of things too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're going to try our best to give you guys a little information that we can give you guys, and to make sure at least our purpose is that somebody should learn something from it.
Yeah.
Something as little as it can be. So yeah, you want to start it, baby? You want me to go ahead?
You can go ahead.
Ooh. Okay, first of all, what are we even going to be talking about is thinking about is like what are we really going to be talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys, if you guys remember, there's a video that we made on should we be having like sex before marriage. I think that's what the video was about. Mm-hmm. And we will link it in the description box. But basically in that video we're just saying like us not like having sex before marriage, and we kind of explain it in that video. So you guys want to see it, you can go ahead and watch that video. But so for our first wedding night, we did not do it that first night. So let me just brush that away. And the reason why we didn't do it, I'm really not going to go deep into that because it's something that we choose not to share. But it was because of me. It was not him, but it was physically because of me. So that's why we didn't do it. That's just as much as I can say.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we actually waited for a while before doing it, till when I was physically and healed and ready. And that's when it happened.
Mm-hmm. So
now we're going to just go ahead and get into it happening. So the first thing I would love to talk about is me. First, me growing up, I've always had my mentality of it was going to hurt so bad. Like that's what I've always been told. So that was really stuck in my head. And I think with our experience, for me, it kind of messed me up a little bit because of how I was thinking.
Yeah, she was terrified.
I was very, very it was like me trying, even crying, like it was that bad.
Yeah, like she was like shaking. And,
yeah,
I guess
it's funny to a point. Like he is a very understanding man, because I would say like we would try and I would get so scared and he would not do anything. Like he would just be like, okay, that's fine, we can try this another day. Like literally we did that like 3 times before I could fully, and I had to tell myself like, look, you need to realize like this is now like this is your husband. This is not like a dating relationship, or this is your husband, and whatever I'm thinking or whatever I'm feeling, I need to find a way, because no matter what he told me, he tried his best to talk to me and everything, but I was still stuck on just like thinking of how it's going to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And I just had to think about the fact that he's my husband and this is a man I choose, and I love him and all of that, and I just have to be ready and give into it. Like that's just what I did. I should just tell myself that. And when I told myself that I gave into it, everything went well. Yes, it hurt, but it's not as I was thinking. Like it's not to a point where like you can't walk, all those things that you hear. It's not like that at all. Mm-mm. The pain is just an instant pain, and then it goes.
I'm sorry, I'm over here like yes and a no, and
as if you know the pain.
Yeah.
Right. He don't even know what it is.
I just thought about it. Sorry.
Yeah. So, and me being my first time of doing it, that was my first time ever. So yeah, the pain is the one that you can't bear. It's not very comfortable the first time. It's not something that you'll be like, oh my gosh, no. But after that it becomes the best thing. Mm-hmm. And it's very comfortable and easy. It just become like, okay, yeah. So, yeah, baby.
Yeah,
that's what I can say for the pain part. So don't be too scared. You just need to be mentally ready and physically too.
And married.
And married, of course,
Yeah.
we are married.
But I guess my take on it is, you know, before meeting her, I have had sex, and so, you know, there was a process in my life where my outlook on life and everything changed, you know, and I started getting more involved in church and stuff like that, and it was around the time that I met her. And the whole time we were dating, we didn't have sex, and you know, it was eye-opening, because whenever we were finally able to do it, it was like we knew each other like the back of our hand now, and it was a moment that should be cherished. And if you are a man and your wife is a virgin, or if you're both virgins, you know, and you're married and you're planning on doing this, just make sure that, especially for the man, to be gentle and do whatever she asks, and don't do what you want to do, in a sense. But, you know, I think for us, it wasn't the romantic thing that we wanted, but it was it was the right time for us, because we had waited 3 years or 2.5 years, and even after we got married, like we both were like really wanting to do it, and it was, you know, not possible at that moment. And so whenever it was possible, it was kind of like, we wanted to wait, and I wanted to make it special for her with rose petals and candles and stuff like that, but it was kind of like, but our bodies were ready. You know, so I mean, if you've never had it and you're married, or you're gonna get married and you're gonna have it, just be very thoughtful of the other one's needs, and the other one's how should I say it, concerns, or
communicate with each other. Like, don't just sit there and let them, because for example, let me say this from a woman's side, like, because for men it's just easy for them to want to do it and just like ready like that, but for a woman it's not like that. I don't know for other women, but I'm that person that I'm not like that. So, you know, if you have that person who is like that, you need to make sure, you know, like, you guys need to communicate. You need to tell them, you know, they need to also work with your body, you know, because you will know if they're ready, if you guys know what I'm talking about. So you will know if they're ready, and you will know if they're not ready. So you need to like just ease them into it. Don't just come just because you're the man and you're instantly ready. Don't just come and okay, you're ready, and you just want to get into it. That's
don't
when,
do
like,
that. But I mean, what else are we missing from this, babe?
I think well, I would also say, like, you know, it's an amazing, is it an experience? Like to have that intimacy with your partner, because it's just you know,
because sex in itself, the action of it is, you know, the most spiritual thing that you can possibly do within yourself and another person, because your spirits are tied to one another in that moment. So, you know, it's very important that you cherish that, and that you know that it's a sacred. Sex is sacred, I believe. You know, I mean, there's a reason that God doesn't want you to have it until you're married, and there's a reason that God doesn't want you to divorce, because once your soul's tied to that person, you're like this, and you if I could be halfway around the world and we could be divorced, but I would still always have a tug in my heart, like, and in my spirit for you. That attachment. So be prepared for and if you're not a Christian and you're watching this video, you might not understand what I'm talking about. But if you are a Christian, then be like prepared for that spiritual act. Be prepared for that physical act, because it's going to be something that is the most, in my opinion, amazing thing. It's God's second greatest creation after woman is being able to have sex, I think.
He is like smiling from jaw to jaw. Like what?
I mean, what are
you thinking? We're talking
it's a
about
topic
it. Okay.
that needs to be. That's, you know, it's not. If sex is done right and within the confines of marriage, hey, you could dress up like Batman and jump off the dresser.
Yeah, I mean,
come save the day.
Yeah,
but
don't just do that on the first day.
Yeah, don't do that on the first day. Sorry,
to jump like a Batman,
going
you
too
might.
far.
Yeah,
don't jump like Batman the first time.
First day, you're not gonna do that, because if you jump like, oh no, I think you would jump and land on the floor. You don't have nobody to be on.
Be like cotton, soft and gentle.
Good. That was a good example. You gotta be very gentle.
You know, I think, I mean,
I think that's what we can say from our experience. I mean, we're just talking about first night, so we're not going to talk about everyday night. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, as I said, as time goes, it becomes, you know, easier and easier and easier, and like to a point where there is no pain. But for some people have different bodies. Mind you, so with that one, people have different bodies. So some people, if they stay for a little bit without doing it, and whenever they do it, they still feel like that. Not too much like the first time, but like they feel that pain, they go back really like closed up. So people's body are different. And I would like to say I'm literally that kind of a person.
Okay.
But what will you teach? I wanted, like, what will you say? What message do you have, you know, for anybody watching this video about maybe I guess you already said for the first night an advice.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've given you all the advice that I could give you.
Yeah.
Just be gentle and be very mindful of the other person. Don't do anything that they don't want you to do, and keep it at that.
Yeah, that's true.
Save it for another day, player.
Right. Don't be scared to communicate. People always think like for you to tell this person that, you know, there are certain things, if you don't tell them, they don't know. Not everybody already just know what you want for your body. No, like there are some things, if you like it, tell them you like it. If you don't, tell them you don't. Don't just sit down there and somebody's doing something that you don't like and you're just like, oh, you're just faking, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, because I'm telling you, us women.
So that's what we got for y'all today. That was our advice and our experience on our first time on our wedding night and everything after. So if you like this video, remember to hit that subscribe button and that post notification bell if you like us. That way you get notified when we post a video. Give it a thumbs up. Let's get 500 likes, and we will see you guys in our next video.
Good luck, you guys.
Peace out.